I would like to introduce to you for a special welcome our beloved Diane Marie Williams, the founder of the Source of Synergy Foundation.
Thank you, Deborah, and good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to have all of you here today. Thank you for joining. On behalf of the Source of Synergy Foundation, I'd like to welcome you to the 2021 Evolutionary Leaders Advance, Taking Flight as a New Humanity, Merging into Planetary Consciousness. And I wanted to begin by presencing and expressing deep gratitude to the fabulous and dedicated advance planning team that has been meeting for months to come up with an inspiring program for this gathering. So team, if you can raise your hands, we have Bob Atkinson, Jude Caravan, Anadea Judith, Lori Leiden, Linnea Lombard, Paulette Pipe, Jeff Vanderkluth, and of course, Deborah Moldau, who has done an outstanding job as always in keeping everything together and moving forward as the director of the Evolutionary Leaders Circle. So many thanks to all of you on this extraordinary, for this extraordinary meeting. It's been just such a pleasure to work with all of you, and thank you for all the wisdom, love, and dedication you've put into creating this special gathering, and also to the unseen realm that continuously gives us their support before, during, and after all of our gatherings. So thank you. And also we wish to thank our technical consultant, Jeffrey, for running the technical part of the program. And I know, Deborah, you're going to be introducing him soon. And I also wish to acknowledge our amazing and dedicated Source of Synergy Foundation board, including our fabulous beloved board chair, Barbara Layton. She's with us here, and our fabulous board members, Nancy Brown, Ann Hughes, Desiree Hertog, who's also here, Jackie, Yves Constantine, Peter, Matthias, Rob McGrew, Nina Meyerhoff, Deborah Moldau, Denise Scotto, Rick Olfick, Jeff Vanderkluth, and David Wilkinson. And of course, our wonderful accountant, Sylvia Majewski, each of whom gives so much of their time and expertise to grow the Source of Synergy Foundation and all of its endeavors, including supporting the Evolutionary Leaders Circle to advance forward. So much gratitude to all of you. And sadly, I wanted to share with you all that one of our beloved board members, Pamela Kraft, the founder of the Tribal Link Foundation, passed away a few months ago. We will really miss her presence, but no, she's very much with us in spirit, collaborating with us from the other side. So much love and gratitude to you, dear Pam, wherever you are, for your loving and committed service to the Source of Synergy Foundation. Over the past 14 years, she was actually a board member since the beginning. And also for her lifetime of service of merging spirituality with magic and being a true advocate for the world's indigenous peoples and everyone that was blessed to cross her path. So shall we just take a moment of silence to hold Pam in our hearts? Thank you so much. We'd also wish to acknowledge those leading or giving sessions, offering meditations and music for the advance, and much gratitude to all of you for being here and all of the ELs in our community that couldn't make it but are with us in spirit, and to all the evolutionaries around the world that have dedicated their lives to the greater good. So over the course of the next 3 days, we'll be taking flight together as the new humanity. We have become, after this year and a half of the retreat that no one signed up for, a period where our familiar sense of self, our typical routines, our sense of freedom, and even our security about the safety of human contact has been redefined. But somehow all of this has opened up a gateway into the malleability of ourselves and our world, and it's really been a true opportunity for us to seize. And as we begin to see the light at the end of the pandemic tunnel, there is a powerful call beckoning many of us to take what we have learned and experienced during this past year and a half and use these insights in service to the evolution of consciousness on our planet. So we'll walk on the earth more gently and consciously with more awareness of how fragile life can be. Because what humanity does in the next few years will determine not only our destiny, but that of future generations. So the choices we make, especially in terms of how we use our time, is more important than ever. And I know all of your hearts and how each of you powerfully and consciously show up in the world. You have chosen to be of service to the superorganism that is dedicated to building a thriving world by uniting synergistically and cooperating with others, just like our friends the bees do, towards the common purpose of evolutionary growth, awareness, and survival. And your service to the higher good is a true blessing. And it's also a blessing to be joined together as a community of evolutionary leaders to do this sacred work together. And we wish to thank each of you for donating your time, your energy, your financial resources in the form of your annual financial commitment, like Deborah said, that keeps us going, your insights, your suggestions, your commitment to being part of this community, and so many other ways. All of this contributes greatly to the impact we make as a collective. And we really hope that your hearts and souls are nourished by this community and that your life and work is enriched and inspired by the love, wisdom, and generosity of each other. And just quickly, I wanted to say that the Evolutionary Leader Circle is really on the move, expanding and growing into a superorganism and making a real impact in so many significant ways. And just to say a little something about a superorganism can be defined as a collection of agents or a group of synergistically interacting organisms which can act in concert to produce phenomena governed by the collective. And phenomena can being any activity that the hive wants. In our case, we want a world that works for all. All the good things like peace and a healthy inner and outer environment, equality, unity and cooperation, honoring the sacredness of all beings, and so much more. And it's heartwarming to see this synergy, which is a necessary ingredient for the superorganism to emerge, being created through gatherings such as this advance, as well as so many other ways, including the fabulous EL community calls that took place over the past few months, where there's been sharing and exchange on topics that members of the EL community have special expertise on. And all of these calls are posted on the EL community private Facebook page if you missed them. And please sign up if you're not signed up for that page. And so far we had calls on the new evolutionary cosmology, healing our relationship with the earth, and a recent one in May on making contact. And we are in discussions about doing an upcoming call on conscious media. And we have also begun peer-to-peer workshops, starting with creating a generative relationship with money. And we would love for you to propose an upcoming theme or workshop and co-lead a future community call. And if you have any thoughts on this, please let Deborah know. And the synergy circles are really blossoming. Now we have 8 thematic synergy circles, including a new one established this week on contact and conscious evolution. And we have others on biocultural sacred sites and sacred science, bridging to focus on what it means to bridge our divides, conscious business, education, media, science, and spirituality, and another new group on the SDG Thought Leaders Synergy Circle. And a big thanks to our dear Kurt Johnson for coordinating so many pieces of the Synergy Circle's development. So thank you, Kurt. And several of the Synergy Circles now have their own websites or have put out magazines or developed online programs and summits. It's just very exciting. And other Synergy Circles have convened in Switzerland, Santa Fe, DC, New York, Colorado, Oakland, Ashland, Finhorn in Scotland, the IONS Conference in California, and a local group in Santa Barbara that has been meeting for many years, just like our Ultraviolets group that came together at our Evolutionary Vision Quest at Ghost Ranch in New Mexico, and has been meeting monthly for about 5 years. And it's also wonderful to see real exchange of resources among members of the EL community, including sharing articles, recommending films and videos and other interesting resources, some of which we have shared with our larger network through mailings in our newsletter, or highlighted them on the website or on our YouTube channels. And we're also participating in other activities, including hosting an Evolutionary Leaders Synergy Room during World Unity Week. We have some of the people that are organizing that, with a wide range of programs. And if you wish to offer a program, please let Deborah know about that as well. And also the Sustainable Development Goals Thought Leaders Synergy Circle will be offering a program during Global Oneness Summit. And we're also thrilled to report that our Moment of Choice, Source of Synergy Foundation's first book, with 43 members of our Evolutionary Leaders Circle contributing chapters, just won the Gold Nautilus Award in a new category that we think they created because of our book, called Rising to the Moment. And we're also finalists for a Kovar Visionary Award under the category of anthologies. And the results will actually be announced on Friday. And we're so grateful to the book team, Bob Atkinson, Kurt Johnson, Deborah, and Greg Braden, and all the contributors and all those that helped us promote this great book. We're going to be showing the trailer, I think, in the next few days. And we're also so grateful to the dedicated members of the Source of Synergy EL Council that tends to the soul of the EL community. And during its last few calls, the council has discussed our desire to continue nominating amazing members, new members in the fall, including some of which already are playing an active role in some of our open synergy circles. And finally, we are also exploring how to reach out more consciously and come in more deeper synergy with other evolutionary partners in the larger worldwide evolutionary community. So I share all of this to say that our community as a superorganism is very much alive, thriving, merging, and multiplying. And as our world heads towards our new destiny, leadership will not come from politics as usual, but from the citizens of our planet who know that they have the power to alter our future. And evolutionary change focuses on what's possible and taking us a step beyond the known to a zone where true evolution takes place. And we all showed up here today because we believe that more is possible. And those possibilities amplify when we join together as a strong, thriving superorganism and take flight together as the new humanity. So may the 9 hours we're going to spend together over the course of the next 3 days further inspire and prepare us for this collective flight into the zone where true evolution takes place.